Oh, beautiful one. Have you noticed the world feels thinner lately? Almost like something you used to lean on isn't quite solid anymore. There's a reason. This week, the light changes. Walk with me for a moment, not forward, but backward, into the long hallway of the year you've lived. The walls around you, they look the same, but feel different now, almost translucent, as if the truth beneath your life is pressing up from the inside, just waiting to be acknowledged. This first week of December is the breath before revelation, the quiet before clarity. Now, you haven't seen the full picture yet. No, that arrives next week when Neptune turns direct. But your body already knows what your mind hasn't named. Something is shifting, attention releasing, a story thinning, an identity loosening its grip, a truth rising in places you didn't expect. This week is subtle but decisive. It's not dramatic, but it is undeniable. The dissolve is reaching its end. And now, hello, beautiful ones. I'm Cindi, astrologer, mystic, and your guide through the stars. And welcome to Forecast That Shift Timelines. So, this first week of December begins the final chapter of 2025, and the sky is telling a very specific story. So, let me show you what the sky is doing and why your inner world and the outer world have been mirroring each other so precisely. Now, last week, Saturn went direct. And whether you tracked it or not, I know you felt it. Saturn's retrograde wasn't punishment, it was an inner audit and a collective one. It made you look at the responsibilities you didn't choose, the weight you've quietly outgrown, the boundaries you've avoided enforcing, the emotional labor you've carried without witness, the parts of yourself that you kept small because it felt safer. But here's the part most people miss: the world has been going through the same thing. Now you can feel it in the atmosphere: relationships, renegotiating unspoken agreements, expectations shifting everywhere, emotional honesty rising where silence used to sit, people admitting their limits rather than pushing through, communities shedding roles they never agreed to, and workplaces revealing pressure points everyone pretended weren't there. All this sound familiar? This is Saturn's fingerprint on the collective. There's no fireworks, no collapse, just truth. Now, Saturn being direct is saying, you know what's real now, and you can't unknow it. This is the first turning point of December, the return of structural truth. We are days away from Neptune stationing direct on December 10th. And before Neptune turns, illusion thins. So inside you, intuition sharpens, memories return with new meaning, fantasies fall away, feelings become clearer. You begin to sense what was always beneath the surface. And in the world around you, the same thing is lifting. So people are questioning long-standing stories. Old narratives are losing their glamour. Authenticity is rising as the new currency, and secrets are surfacing in gentler, more honest ways. Emotional truth is replacing polished performance. A global shift towards what's real rather than what looks right. Now, you're not imagining this. This is Neptune preparing to reveal the meaning of your year. This week is not revelation. This week is about recognition. The moment you begin to see the outline of what was shaping you all along. While Saturn grounds and Neptune thins the fog, Uranus, right here, and Jupiter are retrograde. And they continue their subtle restructure. So inside you, what you may be feeling is old thought loops are loosening. They're getting less. Emotional truths are rising without permission. The survival patterns are losing their intensity. We're learning to get out of fight or flight. Mental noise is shifting tone, and internal resistance is actually softening. And again, if you look outward, you'll see the reflection in society. So, digital exhaustion reaching breaking points, people withdrawing from noise, friendships shifting shape, conversations becoming more honest. The collective capacity for inauthenticity is collapsing. A growing sense of, I can't keep living that way. I can't do it anymore. Jupiter retrograde in Cancer redefines home as something lived in the heart, not something inherited or expected. Uranus retrograde rewires what you tolerate, what you express, and how you respond to pressure. This is the kind of change that doesn't announce itself. What it's doing is it will accumulate until one day you wake up and realize you're not who you were. This week, you may find yourself craving quiet or seeing through people's masks. I know a lot of you are experiencing this right now, or wanting simplicity, right? Or maybe suddenly you're just done with a certain dynamic, or emotionally awake but not overwhelmed. You're able to process this. This is what this week may feel like. Also, noticing truths you bypassed before. Aware that something in your life is ending, but it's ending gracefully. And the collective, it's the same hum everywhere. People are stepping back. People are reevaluating roles. Emotional fatigue is turning into honesty. Communities are shifting their center of gravity. A quiet refusal to pretend. We're just not doing it anymore. This week is the hallway before the door. Think of it as the inhale before the truth, or the dissolve before the revelation. Next week, Neptune turns direct, and that's when the story breaks open. The fog lifts, the meaning of 2025 gets very clear and lands, and your new identity steps forward. The emotional truth clicks into clarity. This week is preparing you for that. But next week, it's actually revealing it for you. And beautiful ones, if this forecast felt like the sky telling its story, the inner pathway is where you discover your story inside that story. Because this week's deep dive, embodiment practice, and guided meditation, those are the 3 videos that I do in the inner pathway, are waiting for you when you're ready to step into the deeper room. Your evolution continues there. I am doing some great fascia work that helps your nervous system. We're going to really embody this time period because we're transitioning. So maybe I'll see you there. But until next time, beautiful ones, remember, keep your frequency clear, your choices intentional, and your heart in the flow.